Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm getting ready for Diwali, but this makeup is appropriate for any and every festive event that you may attend or any wedding that you may attend, and I'm going to do this makeup in less than 10 minutes because I'm late. So let's start with applying a NYX illuminator on my face and following it up with a foundation from Huda Beauty, which is Easy Blur foundation. This shade is Butter Pecan, which is slightly darker for me, but actually it works in my favor because I use it as a overall face corrector. So there are two ways to correct your face. Either you can use a peach or orange corrector on the dark areas, or you can use a darker concealer to kind of camouflage the darkness on your skin to match the other parts of your skin. And this foundation is slightly dark, so the second option works really well for me. So I'm using this to kind of even out my entire face. And instead of using a flat foundation brush, I am using a flimsy blush brush. Flimsy, I mean not in quality, but in the flexibility of the bristles. It's quite a soft brush, but I'm using it to kind of lightly layer the entire product on my face. And I'm going to use the Tarte concealer in the shade medium on the center of my face to add some brightness. So I am not using any light foundation shade to brighten up my face because I'm going to be at home. It's a puja and I don't want to look overdone. However, this look literally can be created in less than 10 minutes. You'll see, this is the least edited makeup tutorial I've ever done, and I'm applying the same concealer on the under eyes, the bridge of the nose, the chin, the upper lip, and on the lid of my eyes. Before setting everything in place, I'm going to be applying a cream blush from K Beauty. I think the name is something rustic. I can't remember. It is the orange blush that I really love and use quite regularly. I'm using the same brush to blend everything in. As I said, I'm going to be at home. I do not want it to look overdone. So every step is melting into the next one to make it look very cohesive and not at all too bold. I am using the Fit Me compact powder in the shade 220 to set the foundation on my face. I love this one. You have probably seen me use this in many tutorials, and I think I'll be using it for very many more. But this gives you a really beautiful blurring effect. I'm using the Hoola bronzer as my blush, as my contour, as my bronzer, whatever you say. I'm just gonna load it on because I don't want to make it too blushy. Honestly, it will make my face look very pink, which I don't want to. So I'm going to use quite a lot of this on my face, and I'm going to blend it on the jawline, on my double chin, and all the places that I want to create a shadow on. You can see that it is very subtle. It is one of the most favorite bronzers, the most smooth bronzers I have ever used in my entire life. Here I am using the Givenchy blush powder in the shade Terracotta Rose or something like that. I have linked all the products down below. You can go check and buy from there. These are very reliable products. These are very reliable links or places that I buy from. I am applying this blush on the apple of my cheek, my chin, or the nose, and little bit on the forehead. I really do love this blush. It's like very slight. And I'm going to fill in my brows with the L'Oreal Artist Brow Kit, and I'm using the reverse fill in brow technique to make the brows look very blurry and very fluffy. You will see a huge difference in your eyebrows when you use this reverse filling in technique. Really truly blurry effect on your brows. Nobody will ever know, ever, I promise you. And it is so natural and makes your brows look so fluffy. Today I'm going to be using the CT Gray eyeshadow palette, and I'm directly dipping into the darkest color, which is the gray color, and applying it on the upper lash line. And I'm going to be generous and I'm going to be haphazard. It doesn't matter. I'm going to just place the product first because I want to create a soft smoky look. I know this looks really chunky and bold right now, but don't you worry. And this time I am going to blend it all out with the same brush. Now people say that you need this brush and you need that brush, but the fact is that if you know what you are looking for, where you want to go, you will automatically find a technique to reach that destination, which is why first I have used just the brush to blend out the edges, and then I'm using my finger to just disperse the color or create a ombre effect on my eyes with my fingers. The softest and easiest way to create a smoky eye is this. I am using the same gray shadow on the lower lash line and filling in my kajal, my waterline, with a kajal from Recode, and lining my upper lash line with the Colossal Maybelline Kajal. And I am going to use the same technique of blending in with my fingers the very bold line that we created with the kajal. I'm just blending it in so that you can see a perfect dark to light ombre shade or a very nice blended eyeshadow shade on my eyes. You do not need a lot, you just need the right products and right techniques. And I'm going to be using the Maybelline More Mauve shade on my lips, which is way too light for me. So I'm going to use the Fay Beauty Lip Whip in the brown shade and line it up so that I get some kind of depth in my lips. And I'm messing it up because I have no time and I'm brushing in. I'm using the lighter shade from the CT Grey palette as the highlighter in the inner corner and the brow bones, and a bindi which I could not find, so using an eyeliner to do so. Using the Maybelline High Lift or High something something mascara to highlight my lashes upper and lower to complete this super gorgeous look. I hope you have loved and enjoyed watching this video. Stay tuned for more such festive videos. Do not forget to like and subscribe.